And today I went to, I went to 3 stores. And we'll start with the budget. My budget this week is $60. And this is the last Saturday in the month of September. So, did I stay within budget? No, not at all. But I didn't go over by much. We'll talk about that in just a few minutes. But let me tell you the stores I went to. I went to Walmart for pantry preps. That was my purpose for Walmart. And although I could do that anywhere, but I don't know why. Well, you know what it is my Walmart, Sam's Club, and Aldi are right there in a row together. So, that's why I just hit up Walmart for my pantry preps. But then when I got over to Aldi, I found out I could have done something a little bit better. But anyways, we'll get to that in just a couple minutes. But, so, we'll start with the Walmart haul. And remember, $60 is my budget. And y'all, I didn't do too bad. I did go over, but not by much. So let's take a look at what's back here. Okay, yeah, this is it. This is everything right here. Oh, I went to Little Butcher Shop too. I forgot to bring that up. And we'll get to that in just a couple minutes. But first, let's just start over here with this little bitty Walmart haul. So, this is strictly pantry prep. So, I try to do, I haven't done it in a while, but I used to try to do $5 each week on pantry preps. And I really have to get started back on that. But, I don't know, we'll have to talk about that in a minute because October may be different. But anyways, this week at Walmart, I picked up this 2-pound bag of pinto beans. And that was $1.98. I did get this little box of Jiffy pie crust mix. It makes 2 pie crusts, which is a good deal. And there, just add water right there. So, yeah, 98 cents. And I've got 2 pie crusts. So, that's a good pantry prep. And then, this is Quick Grits, the Great Value brand. It is a, 1.5 pound container of Quick Grits. So, that was everything right here. Just these 3 things for my pantry preps, $5 pantry preps. And I did go over. Yes, I did. I did go over my $5 before tax. This was $5.14. And with tax, it was $5.40. So, I'm rounding this up to $6. So, I'm basically $1 over my prep budget. But that's okay. That's okay. Okay. Now, we'll skip this. And, oh, while we're looking at it, y'all, I got this at Sam's Club a few months ago. This is a great big huge bag. It's insulated. I keep extra bags down in there, extra plastic bags, and another Aldi bag. But this is what I use at Aldi because it's really nice. It's got a zipper. It's got long handles and short handles, and it's really awesome. Receipts go in here, and it's so perfect, and it was $9.98 at Sam's Club. So if you have a Sam's Club membership and you do a lot of shopping at stores that don't have bags that are free, $9.98 is a good deal because they even have the, Aldi will have the cold bags that keeps your stuff cold, but it's nothing like this. This is really nice, really thick, and I can do all my running around. I don't have to rush home, and no big deal. And it's awesome for $9.98. So think about that if you use that. And then, I just put down in the bottom, because I'll show you here. Like, for example, this I put in a plastic bag because I don't want these meat juices leaking all over the inside of my bag. Okay? So, anyways. Just a suggestion, but I do like these bags. They're really nice. Okay, now let's just go over here to the Little Butcher Shop. And this is a local butcher shop. And I went to get some deals on meat. They have this. This is not how they normally package their sausage. This is what's left when they package their sausage. They just kind of collect up the ends. And they're $6.99 for one, but if you buy 2, they're $6. So I got 2 of them, jalapeno and cheddar. This is awesome. This is really good smoked sausage. So $6 each for that. And then this is also another really, really awesome deal for the freezer. This is the brown sugar ham, and this is what they have They do sell sandwich meat there, and this is basically what's left after they've sliced off all the deli meat. And this is basically the ends, and it's a huge package of ham for $2 a pound. $5.99 for that. That is such a good deal. Such a good deal. So, let me bring over my little butcher shop receipt, and here it is. If you're ever in the Hattiesburg, Mississippi area, that's the address. You should go there if you have a cooler and take home some good meat. So here we go. See, that marked that sausage down to $6 each, and then the ham was $5.99. Before tax, it was $17.99, and with tax, $18.89. So $19. Round that up to $19. I had in my head to spend $20 at the little butcher shop, and that's what I spent. Okay, so the rest of this here is Aldi. So we'll start over here with the, y'all, here lately they have had these massive English cucumbers. So I got one, 95 cents for that. I got the marinara sauce here, the jar, what is this, 23 and a half ounces, and that's $2.19. I did get 2 of the Caesar salad kits. These are $2.99 each. The eggs, let's talk about the eggs for a minute. These were down. This week they were $2.33, and the last time I bought eggs, which was, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks ago, they were $2.71. So they've come down a lot. And I got 4 cans of the tomato sauce. I just kind of, you know, want to restock my pantry because I got low on tomato sauce. I don't know how I did that. But 8-ounce cans of tomato sauce. And these are 47 cents each. I did get a box, a 1-pound box of the rotini pasta. And this was 98 cents. And then I found markdown meat at Aldi. And they're all 50%, although that doesn't look like it. It got, when I put it in my bag over here, I think I put one of these salmon on top of it. I had them in a bag like this. And then they all kind of went in that bag, and this peeled off. But they're all half off. So, $8.20. That brings that 1 pound. Was it 1.14 pound? Down to $4.10. And then these, the stuffed salmon. These look good, y'all. Half off of that. They were $9.99 each. So, $10. And so I basically got 2 for $10 because they're both half off. And then I got this Never Any chicken breast, $12.93. So that makes it, well, we'll round that up to $13. $6.50. Is that right? Something like that. $13. So anyways, that is what I got at Aldi. And y'all, the total was really good at Aldi. Here's my receipt, and before tax, this was $34.55, and with tax, $36.28. So, rounding that up, we're going to make it $37. So, I'm going to add all of what I spent together, and we'll see how much over I went on my $60 budget this week. So, $19 for the butcher shop, $37 for Aldi, brings us up to $56. And then $6 for Walmart, $62. I am $2 over budget. That's okay. I always do carry a little bit extra when I go to the stores on the weekends, just in case I find a good deal. And I did find really good deals I wanted to stock up on. Okay, I'm going to put all this away, and I'll get back. I'll come back and we'll do some menu planning for this upcoming week. Okay, let's do some menu planning now. Tonight, I'm gonna freeze one of those salmon packages, and we're gonna cook the other one. So tonight we're gonna have smoked salmon. Whoops, kind of already put this on my phone so I wouldn't forget. Smoked salmon. With vegetables. And I'm abbreviating that. Okay, so tomorrow I'm going to do a slow cooker. Slow cooker ham and lima beans. Those are going to be dried beans. Okay. And then on Monday, we're going to do a sheet pan cheeseburger wraps. Okay. Tuesday, we're going to have chicken enchiladas. Okay. The enchiladas. Well, that was awful. Okay. And time to flip the time to move the calendar, because it's the end of the month. Okay, so Wednesday, I always do leftovers because of church. Matter of fact, let's go down the whole line and write that so that it's already done. Because I just don't, I don't get home in time to cook. I gotta get home and, get to church pretty quickly, so it's just leftovers. Okay, and then on Thursday, we're going to do egg roll in a bowl. I've got some cabbage that I need to use. So, egg roll in a bowl. And then Friday is leftovers. And we'll do the same thing. Go all the way down the line of Fridays, because it's just what I do. Leftovers on Fridays because I work at a bank and we stay open late on Fridays. So I get home late on Fridays, and by the time I get home, I'm tired and I don't feel like cooking. So I do cook enough food during the week that we have leftovers on Friday. So over here for this week, I'm going to do lunches. Whoops, maybe if I put the camera on what I'm writing. Lunches, chef salads. Okay, and I'll go back here and put it as well so I don't get myself confused. Lunches. Okay. Okay, and let's see. And I'm just going to, I don't do breakfast, but my daughter does. So I'm just going to, for breakfast, I'm just going to put a B. She's still well supplied on cereal. And Pop-Tarts. And then I've also got some, I made her some English muffins with like ham and cheese inside. So that's in the freezer. So she has that. And eggs. And ham. Not a big bacon fan, that kind of thing, but she'll definitely eat her eggs with ham. Okay, so breakfast for my daughter. I don't have breakfast. I do coffee, black coffee, and I'm good with that. Haven't really been a breakfast person. Even when I was a child, I'd get fed weird, I would get fed things like cereal or whatever, pancakes, that kind of thing. But then there was a stage in my life in like 4th and 5th grade that I told my mama, I want mac and cheese for breakfast, and she made it. So every morning I would sit there and eat mac and cheese for breakfast, and she would fix my hair. Okay, enough of the little stories. Let me put the calendar back on the refrigerator, and I'll come back and we'll chat. Well, there is my grocery haul for today, this weekend, and I went over by $2, but that's okay. I had a little extra in my wallet anyways. So, but let's talk about the month of October, because that will be here next week, will be October. And Y'all, I've had some unexpected expenses. Okay, expenses that don't normally come up. So, I think I've mentioned I had to put a roof on my house. And I had to pay the deductible. And my water heater went out. I had to buy a new one. And none of these things are cheap. So, the main place that I can cut my budget is with my groceries. So, I'm going to... I won't say do a no-spend month in the month of October, but I will get as close to that as I can. One of the things I do when I buy things like I bought today at the butcher shop, that is freezer preps. So like the ham that I got, I can take that and divide that up into freezer bags of meal-sized portions, whatever I would need for one dinner recipe. And for $2 a pound on that ham, you can't beat that. And also when I get marked down meat at Aldi, that goes into the freezer for times like this, you know. I freeze a lot of things, and y'all, my freezers are pretty full. So we're gonna try to live out of the pantry and freezer as much as possible. Now I will still need, if I need some kind of fresh vegetables, I will have to buy that. So I'm not going to say no spend month. But I don't know. Can I keep it down to $20 a week next month? Maybe. We'll shoot for that. We're going to try only spending $20 a week. For my daughter and I, it's just the two of us. So I'm going to try for $20 a week for the month of October. And then the rest of that, because my monthly budget is normally $300 a week for the two of us. I mean, $300, that would be ridiculous. $300 a month for the two of us. So I'm going to knock that down to $20 a week, and there's 4 Saturdays in the month of October, so that's $80. So that would be, you know, that would be a lot of money that I could save and put towards all this money I had to put out for getting my roof and my water heater and everything. You know, things come up and you cut where you can, and the best place I can cut from is my budget, because that's quick and I can do it. And one of the reasons I stock up like I do is for times like this. So we're going to try to do a very low spend month for October 2025. And I'm also going to be looking at other ways to cut money from my budget. So that'll be another video. But that's it for today's video, and I'll see y'all later. Bye.